in this recording, I will show you how to bring an image from Google Maps into Rhino and scale it properly, so you can start tracing over in Rhino and make sure your units are correct and you get the correct measurements for this project. And so here I have Google Maps. Bring this on the screen. I'm looking at Hunts Point Avenue. Okay. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And I want to make it look not 3D, but 2D. So make sure this is switched to 2D down here and that you do see the graphic scale at the bottom in Google Maps. So I want to zoom in as much as I can. I think it's really maybe 20 feet, about 20 feet seems to fit my screen. And so I'm catching all four edges of the site, making sure that I include the station as well as the gas station on the other side. So as a test, so let's see, I'm trying to zoom in 50 feet, looking at 50 feet here, 20 feet here. And I'm using the snipping tool, or you can use your screenshot button on your keyboard. Snipping tool, and I'm making a new snip that includes the graphic scale. Save it as a Google Maps. Now I switch to Rhino, and here I drag and drop image from my computer. So a moment, let me find it. Onto Rhino. This menu will pop up that says image option. You choose picture, say OK. It says where do you want to place it? What's the first corner of the picture? I can place it anywhere at this point and scale it up pretty much randomly. And I will show you how to scale it properly in a second. I will go into the properties of the image, make sure the image is selected, go to properties under the color wheel and choose the material icon that looks like a toothpaste, and you go under object transparency, make it a little bit more transparent so you can see both the line work and the image at once. I use the move command and I try to bring it a little bit closer. And then the scale command, the image is still selected, so I go from one point that I recognize to this point and scale it proportionately and eyeball it, or to make it more accurate, I scale it using the graphic scale here. So take the scale command, select the image, enter, use the base point, this one end of the 20-foot segment, and then the second and type 20 feet, hit enter. What is very important to confirm, and so hold on, first let's move the object here. It seems quite different from the site plan. And one thing that I want you to know is that the smaller the graphic scale, the bigger the error may be. If I have a 100-foot segment or 200-foot segment, it will be a lot more accurate. If I only have a 5-foot, imagine that the error multiplies incrementally, so you have many more chances of getting it wrong. I could go back to Google Maps and scale to 50 feet to get it a little bit more accurate. Let me try to make a new snip. Include the graphic scale in your capture save it as Google Maps 2, and I'm going to drag and drop that into Rhino, Google Maps 2, picture, say OK, I'll place it here, select, scale, and I'm saying from here to here, I'm trying to go midpoint to midpoint of the segment. It's 50 feet and hit enter. So I'll take the distance command to confirm this. Does it actually look correct? And from here to here, it says 50 feet and a quarter, so this is perfect. One parenthesis here, what you have to confirm is that your units are correct. So if you type the command units, make sure that your model units are feet and that the distance is displayed in feet and inches, and hit OK. If this is not the case, if your units are in millimeter or inches, change the model units to feet, and then Rhino will ask you, do you want to scale it, and change the scale. You can say no or yes, it doesn't matter, you will have to scale it yourself anyway to get it right. And so I say okay to that. The way to scale the model is, we know that this should measure 138 feet. So if your model was in millimeters, change it to feet, and then use the same scale tool, a scale command that I use, and use the station as your reference point and scale, confirm that this dimension measures 138 feet. Back to this image, let's see if this came out a little bit better. So I go back to giving it a little bit more transparency, and then take the move command from the bottom right of the gas station to the bottom right of the gas station here. Still, this doesn't look correct.